Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the lecture of Advanced Discrete Mathematics. Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so in last lecture we have seen some examples on maximal element, minimal element, greatest element, and least element. And after that we have seen the definitions of wheel ordered set and upper and lower bound. Okay, now let us see what is a maximal chain. Okay, so let us see the definition. Let capital A be a set that is partially ordered with respect to a relation it means capital A will be a poset. Okay, a subset B of this capital A is called a chain if and only if each pair of elements
Okay, Google, बोल के लड्डू की रेसिपी
ये सड़कों की टूटी हालत मुझसे देखी नहीं जाती।
Okay, so any subset B of A is said to be a chain if and only if each pair of elements in this capital B are comparable. Okay, so if A be any poset and B be a subset of A, then B is said to be chain if and only if each pair of elements in this capital B will be comparable. Okay, thus if capital A is a chain and X and Y are any two elements belonging to capital A, then by the definition of chain, then either X is related to Y or Y is related to X, which is from the definition of chain. Now, the length of a chain, is one less than the number of elements in that chain. Okay, any partially ordered set is said to be chain if every two elements in that poset will be comparable, then the corresponding poset will be a chain. Okay, and length of chain is nothing but it is always one less than the number of elements in the chain. Since it is a chain, it means every two element in that poset will be comparable, and the length of chain is one less than the number of elements that in that chain. So actually chain is nothing but that is length is the length is the number of links that the chain has, that the chain has. So if there is a chain, then each element is comparable with the other element. Okay, so if suppose there are n number of elements, then first element is comparable with all the remaining n minus 1 elements. So the length of the chain is nothing but n minus 1. That is 1 less than the number of elements in that poset. Okay, now a maximal chain is a chain that is not a subset of any other chain. Subset of a larger chain. Okay, so maximal chain means it is the larger chain. Since it is not a subset of any other chain, it means maximal chain is the only larger chain, and it is not a subset of any other chain. Such chain is nothing but a maximal chain. Similarly, a subset of a poset is called an anti-chain. It's called an anti-chain if every two elements of the subset are incomparable. Okay, so if there is a poset and B will be any subset of that poset, then that B is said to be anti-chain. If we take any two element belonging to B, then they are always incomparable. It means they are not comparable. Neither A precedes B nor B precedes A. Such a subset is called as an anti-chain. Okay. Now see the example. Consider the poset. Consider the poset power set of a set ABC with relation precedes. Now find the chain of length 3 in that poset. Okay, so we know what is the length of chain. So here we have given a poset which is power set of a set S, where S is nothing but ABC, and the relation defined on that set will be a inclusion relation, and we have to find out the chain of length 3 in that poset power set of ABC with inclusion relation. Okay, so solution. Power set of this set ABC contains the number of elements are now 2 cube, which is 8. Phi singleton A, singleton B, singleton C, doubleton AB, EC, BC, and ABC. Okay, so these are the 8 elements in power set of that set ABC. Okay, now we have to find out one chain which is of length 3. Okay, सांगू शकता? लेंथ ऑफ चेन तर माहिती आहे. लेंथ ऑफ चेन काय आहे? जर एखादी सबसेट असेल जो की चेन होत असेल, तो चेन कधी होईल? जर प्रत्येक त्यातले कोणतेही 2 एलिमेंट घेतले तर ते माझे कंपेरेबल असेल पाहिजे. तसं जर होत असेल तर करस्पॉन्डिंग सबसेट हा माझा चेन होतो. तशा चेनची लेंथ ही 3 असायला पाहिजे, तसं सबसेट सांगायचं आहे. म्हणजे यातील कोणतेही 4 एलिमेंट घेऊन ते एकमेकांचे सबसेट जर दाखवलात तुम्ही, तर ते करस्पॉन्डिंग 4 एलिमेंट घेतल्यानंतर त्याची लेंथ 3 होईल. ठीक आहे, तशी मला सबसेट दाखवा. लेंथ ऑफ चेन मध्ये कुणाला कन्फ्युजन आहे का?
नो सर.
मग सांगा तसे. एखाद्या चेनची लेंथ 3 कधी होईल? जर त्यामध्ये 4 एलिमेंट असायला पाहिजे. 4 एलिमेंट दिलेलं रिलेशन काय आहे? इन्क्लुजन आहे. इन्क्लुजन आहे म्हणजे एक दुसरा सबसेट.
सिंगलटन बी, डबलटन ए बी, डबलटन बी सी अँड ट्रिपलटन ए बी सी.
Singleton B is a subset of singleton AB, which is subset of singleton BC. Whether this one is correct?
No sir, singleton B is subset of डबलटन बी सी.
हाच याचा सबसेट झाला ना. पण मग हे दोन एलिमेंट कुठे कंपेरेबल आले नाही माझे? हे दोन कंपेरेबल होत नाहीत ना यामध्ये. नाहीतर दिस वन इज अ सबसेट ऑफ दिस वन और दिस वन इज अ सबसेट ऑफ दिस वन.
Yes sir.
First two there is no problem. Last one is again ठीक है. But here there is a problem. आणखी गुणाची काही दुसरी चेन आहे याचा अर्थ प्रत्येक एलिमेंट हा दुसऱ्या एलिमेंटशी कंपेरेबल आला पाहिजे. Instead of B, if we start from phi.
Phi singleton B, डबलटन ए बी,
डबलटन ए बी and tripleton A B C.
Is a subset of AB and which is again a subset of ABC. Now it is a chain and which is of length 3. Whether it is unique. चेनची लेंथ 3 असलेली ही एकच चेन आहे का यापेक्षा जास्त मिळू शकतात?
यापेक्षा जास्त येतील सर.
सांगा कोणते येतील?
फाय सिंगलटन ए, सिंगलटन ए, डबलटन ए सी, ट्रिपलटन ए बी सी.
AC का AB?
AC.
which is subset of ABC. याला सोडून
Phi
Yes, sir.
singleton C,
Phi singleton
डबलटन
C,
AC,
डबलटन.
येस. या तिघांना सोडून दुसरी मिळू शकते का?
येस सर.
कोणती?
डबलटन AC च्या ठिकाणी ए बी घ्यायचं सर.
प्रत्येक ठिकाणी ते AB च्या ऐवजी BC करा.
सेकंड केस मध्ये सर.
याच्यासाठी AC च्या ऐवजी AB करा. याच्यासाठी परत BC करा. या 6ला सोडून दुसरी एखादी चेन ज्याची लेंथ 3 असेल.
नो सर.
Okay, so there are only 6 chains of length 3. Okay. Now, next example. Again, there is a poset. Consider the pentagon with the Hasse diagram that is this one. Here will be 0. Now find all the chains mention also the maximal chains. Okay, so here the points are 0, A2, A3, A1 and 1. Okay, so here we have given one pentagon and having Hasse diagram will be this one. and from that one we have to find out all the chains, and then we have to mention the maximal among them. Okay, first tell me what are the chains here. Chains means here we have to take the subset of these poset which are chains. It means if we take any two element belonging to that subset, then they will be always comparable. Such subset we have to make. Whether this one is chain, हा जो पेंटागोन आहे हा चेन आहे का सुरुवातीला? Is there is any relation in between A2
Yes,
and
sir.
A3? Yes, A2 and A3 are comparable or not?
Yes, sir.
कसे कंपेरेबल आहे? कंपेरेबल असेल तर त्यांच्यामध्ये लाईन जॉइनिंग पाहिजे ना, किंवा रिफ्लेक्स.
सर A2 comparable आहे 0 ला, 0 comparable A3 ला, then A2 comparable
मग ते A2 comparable A3 होतं.
कसं होतं? 0 to A2 जाणार, ठीक आहे ना, म्हणजे ते डायरेक्शन देत नाही, म्हणजे ही डायरेक्शन आहे माझी, 0 to A3 आहे.
हा येस सर.
A2 to A3 कसं दाखवणार?
सर A2 to 0 and 0 to A3 consider.
अरे A2 to 0 दाखवू शकत नाही ना, डायरेक्शन काय आहे? 0 to A2 आहे ना. A2 to 0 कसं येणार? परत रिव्हर्स येऊ शकतो का?
नो सर.
जर हा 0 इकडे वर असता आणि 0 to सॉरी याच्या ठिकाणी हा जर 0 इथे असता, इथे A2 जर असता, आणखीन या दोघांमध्ये जर लाईन असती इथे, तर कम्पेरेबल असते ना ते. A2 to 0, 0 to A3. आता माझे एलिमेंट कुठे आहेत? A2 माझा इथं आहे, हा 0 इथं आहे. इथं डायरेक्शन आपण दाखवत नाहीये. हासे डायग्राम कन्स्ट्रक्ट करताना बघितलो ना आपण, इथं डायरेक्शन नाहीये, याचा अर्थ ऑब्विसली ट्रू आहे म्हणून आपण डायरेक्शन दाखवत नाही. हा A2 0 पेक्षा काहीतरी वर आहे म्हणून आपण त्याची डायरेक्शन दाखवली नाही, पण डायरेक्शन आहे. 0 to A2 जाऊ शकतो आपण. 0 to A2 गेला याचा अर्थ A2 to 0 आहे का? A रिलेटेड B शी असेल तर ऑलवेज B रिलेट असतो का A शी?
नो
असं
सर.
जर असेल तर काय सिमेट्रिक प्रॉपर्टी होईल मग, ठीक आहे. Here 0 is comparable with A2, but A2 is not comparable with 0. Similarly, 0 is comparable with A3, but A3 is not comparable with 0. Okay. So now, tell me whether this poset will be a chain. As A2 and A3 are the two elements which are not comparable, then by the definition of chain, whether this one is a chain.
नो सर.
This one is not chain. Similarly, A1 and A3 are also not comparable. Okay, so this one is not a chain. But here we have to find out the subset of this poset which are chain. म्हणजे या पोसेटचे असे सबसेट तयार करा जे की चेन इझिली फॉर्म करते. Whatever will be its length. First we have to find out all the chains. Then we have to check which one is maximum. Yes.
0 A2 A1 to 1.
0 A2
A1
and
1.
1. This will be a first chain. Okay, 0 will be comparable with A2. A2 is comparable with A1. Then by transitive property, 0 will be comparable with A1. Again, A1 is comparable with 1. So each element belonging to this poset will be comparable with every other element. Then by definition of chain, it must be a chain. So here this will be 0, A2, A1 and 1. There is a set 0, A2, A1 and 1 which is a subset of this poset pentagon and which is a chain. So here we get one chain. Okay, so this will be a first chain. याला सोडून दुसरी.
Zero to A2.
0 to
A2.
0 to A2 चेन होईल का? ठीक आहे, 0 to A2 याला सोडून दुसरी एखादी.
0 A2 A1.
0 A2 A1. Yes.
0 A3 1.
0 A3 1. Yes.
0A3.
0A3. As we have to find out the maximal chain, then इस छोटे छोटे नहीं कंसिडर केलं तरी चालेल. ठीक आहे.
0A31A.
0
A31A1.
हो, A1 हा माझा थोडाशी त्या A1 पेक्षा हायर लेवल आहे. 1 to A1 पर्यंत येणार नाही. There is a direction from A1 to 1, but there is no from 1 to A1, since 1 is at some higher level than A1. Yes.
0 to 1.
Yes, 0 to 1. याला सोडून
0A1.
0A1. झाले काय?
झाले सर.
0A1 1.
A1 सर.
Yes.
A2 to 1. A1.
हो, A2 to 1 कसं होईल?
A2 to A1 सर.
A2 to A1. Where is our ही चेन असेल का? 0 A1 and 1. Zero is comparable with A1 and A1 is again comparable with 1. 0 A1 ला comparable आहे.
Yes sir.
So this will be a chain. So what is the length of the chain? This will be a chain having length 3. This will be 1. This one is 2. 2, 1, 1, 1 and again 2. So which one is the maximal chain?
Having length 3.
So 0, A2, A1, 1 is a chain of length 3 and which is the maximal chain. Okay. Find the anti-chain with the greatest number of element in the poset with the following Gaussian diagram. Gaussian diagram is okay. So here we have to find out the anti-chain with greatest number of elements. Anti-chain means here we have to find out the subset of this poset in which every two elements are incomparable. That is, if you take any two element belonging to that subset, then they are not comparable. So tell me such a sets. या 5 एलिमेंट मधून असे सबसेट तयार करायचे जे की दोन जर एलिमेंट त्यातले कोणतेही दोन एलिमेंट जर घेतले तर ते कंपेरेबल आले नाही पाहिजे.
E and D.
E and D. Yes. याला सोडून with the CD is a anti-chain.
No, sir.
What about CE?
Yes, sir. Antigen.
CE is again anti-chain. What about BC?
Yes, sir.
AD,
No, sir.
AE,
No, sir.
AB and AC is also not possible. Okay. Other than 3, there is no anti-chain with two elements. What about 3 element? Whether there is anti-chain consisting of 3 elements. त्याच्यामध्येच काहीतरी ऍड करून तुम्हाला येतं का चेक करावं लागेल. ईडीला सोडून जर तुम्ही दुसरा कोणताही एलिमेंट घेतला तर तो एक तर ई शी कंपेरेबल आहे किंवा डी शी कंपेरेबल आहे. ठीक आहे.
Yes, sir.
त्या दोघांना सोडून बी जरी घेतला तर तो ई शी कंपेरेबल आहे, दोघांशी कंपेरेबल आहे. बी डी ची आहे, ई शी. सी घेतला तर तो डी शी कंपेरेबल आहे. ए जर घेतला तर तो ई शी कंपेरेबल आहे, डी शी कंपेरेबल आहे. सो देयर इज नो anti-chain with 3 elements. Similarly for C and E, if we take any element other than this C and E, if we take B, then it is comparable with E. D is comparable with C. E is comparable with both the elements. Similarly for this BC, BC is comparable with all the remaining elements, that is ED and A. So there is no anti-chain with 3 elements. So these are the only anti-chains with more than one element. Okay, so the greatest number of elements in the anti-chain will be 2 only. Yes. Kunal, kahi doubt?
No, sir. No.
Now we have to see the isomorphism of 2 posets. Let us see first the definition. Let A with precedes and B with again this precedes be any 2 posets. B posets a 1-1 onto map, 1-1 and onto map, that is F from capital A to capital B is called an isomorphism. It's called an isomorphism from the poset A to poset B if X precedes Y implies and implied by f of X again precedes f of Y. Okay, so a function f from A to B is said to be an isomorphism from poset A to poset B if X precedes Y implies and implied by f of X precedes f of Y for any element xy belonging to capital A, for all xy belonging to capital A. If this one is true, then we say that there is an isomorphism from poset A to poset B, and the posets A with relation precedes and B with same relation are isomorphic posets. And the mapping is also called a similarity mapping. mapping. And if the two posets are isomorphic, then they have the same Hasse diagram except the labeling. Okay, so Hasse diagrams. Hasse diagrams of both the poset are identical except for the labeling of vertices. Except for the labeling of vertices. Okay, so whenever two posets are isomorphic, then they have same Hasse diagram except the labeling of vertices. Okay, let us see an example and check whether the corresponding posets are isomorphic or not. Example: let capital A be a set having elements are 1, 2, 4 and 8 with divisibility. The relation will be divisibility, with divisibility, and capital B be a set having elements are 0, 1, 2, 3 with usual strictly less than relation are partial order sets, are partial order. Okay, so capital A be a set with relation divisibility and capital B be a set having elements are 0, 1, 2, 3 and the relation defined on capital B will be strictly less than. Now consider the function. Consider the function f from capital A to B defined by f of 1 is equal to 0, f of 2 is equal to 1, f of 4 is equal to 2 and f of 8 is equal to 3. Now show that f is an isomorphism from set A onto set B. Also verify A and B have identical Hasse diagrams. Okay, so here we have two sets A and B and each have four number of element, and there is a function f which is defined from A to B and which is defined by f of 1 will be 0, f of 2 will be 1, f of 4 is 2 and f of 8 will be equal to 3. Then we have to check whether there is an isomorphism from set A to set B, and if there is an isomorphism from A to B, then we have to check whether the poset A and B have the same Hasse diagram or not. Okay, now let us see the solution. Here cardinality of both the set will be same. So here number of elements in A equal to number of elements in B and which is equal to 4. For isomorphism, we know that if there is a finite, if we have finite A and B, two sets having finite number of elements, then there exists an isomorphism from set A to set B if and only if the cardinality of both the set will be same. Then only there is an isomorphism from set A to set B. So here f is a function from A to B and we have to check whether there is an isomorphism from A to B or not. So here first we have to check the cardinality of A and B. So here cardinality of A is 4 and also the cardinality of B will be 4. Okay, now the second condition, which is nothing but the definition of our isomorphic poset. That is, any two posets are said to be isomorphic whenever x precedes y. This precedes will be a relation which is on the set A, and then we have to check whether f of x precedes f of y. Now this relation is belonging to this one, since this will be an image of this one. Okay, so first relation is a relation which is from domain and second relation is a relation which is from codomain. So that one we have to check. Now Here A be a this set. A be a set having elements are 1, 2, 4 and 8, and B be a set having elements are 0, 1, 2, 3, and this will be A, this will be F. This 1 is mapped on 0, 2 is mapped on 1, 4 is mapped on 2, and 8 is mapped on 3. So here each element in A is mapped on a distinct unique element in B, and which is distinct. That is, there is no two element in A have the same image. Okay. So from the definition of 1-1 mapping, this will be 1-1, and each element in B have the pre-image in A. So it is onto also. Okay. So here F is 1-1 and onto. 1-1 and onto. So here first condition holds. That is, F is a function which is F is a function from A to B, which is 1-1 and onto. Now we have to check the second condition. That is, whenever X precedes Y, then we have to check whether F of X precedes F of Y or not. Now the relation which is defined on set A is divisibility, and this relation which is defined on set B will be this strictly less than. So first we have to check whenever X divides Y, then we have to check whether F of X is less than F of Y or not. Since this will be a relation which is on set A, and this will be a relation which is on set B, and we have to check the if and only if condition. Okay. Now take any two elements in our domain. So 1 divides 2. Now we have to check whether F of 1 is less than F of 2 or not. What is the image of F of 1? Sorry, image of 1, which is 0, and which is less than. Image of 2 is nothing but 1. So 0 is strictly less than 1. So whenever 1 divides 2, 0, F of 1 is less than F of 2. And whenever we take its converse part, that is F of 1 is less than F of 2, then 1 must divides 2. So this will be if and only if. So, and whenever 2 divides 4, then we have to check whether F of 2 is less than F of 4 or not. F of 2 is, image of 2 will be 1, image of 4 is 2. So 1 is again less than 2. And whenever we will take converse, 1 is less than 2, then it means F of 2 is less than F of 4. And whenever F of 2 is less than F of 4, then 2 must divides 4. So this is again if and only. And same for 4 divides 8, implies and implied by F of 4 is less than F of 8, that is 2 less than 3. So second condition also holds. So there is this function F is a isomorphic function from A to B. So hence the given function is an isomorphism from a poset A with relation division 2 onto a poset B with relation strictly less than. Now draw the Hasse diagram. First A 1 divides this 2, 2 divides this 4, 4 divides 8. So this will be the Hasse diagram of poset A with precedes 1. Now the second 1 is less than, 0 is less than 1, 1 is less than 2, and 2 is less than 3. So the Hasse diagrams of both the posets are identical except the labeling of vertices. Okay, so here Hasse diagrams are identical. Hasse diagrams are identical. So if we have two posets having same number of elements, so in this way we can check whether there is an isomorphism in between these two posets or not. Okay, कुणाल काही doubt यामध्ये?
No, sir.
Okay. So now the next is nothing but there is one result. Prove that a finite partial order set has first at most one greatest element, at most one greatest element and second at most one list element. Okay, so if there is a finite partially ordered set, then we have to show that if the greatest element exists, then it is unique. Similarly, if the least element exists, then it is again unique. Okay, finite partial order set means a poset having finite number of elements. Okay, so first we will prove the first one. Let small a and b be the greatest elements of the poset, of the finite poset. Okay, so in first case we will assume that a is the greatest element, and any element a is said to be a greatest element if it succeeds all the other elements of that posets. So whenever a is a poset, if a is a poset, then it succeeds all the other elements. As b is also a member of poset, then b precedes this a. And if b is poset, here first case b is a greatest element, then it succeeds all the other elements of that poset. So b precedes a. And if b is a greatest element, then b succeeds all the other elements of that poset. So a precedes b. So from 1 and 2, a precedes b and b precedes a. From 1 and 2, a precedes b and b precedes a. But the given relation is a partially ordered relation. It means it holds the antisymmetric property. As this relation holds the antisymmetric property and we have a precedes b and b precedes a, then what is the relation between a and b?
Equal to b.
A must be equal to b. So whenever we will assume that there are more than one greatest number of element, then that greatest element must be same only. Okay, so whenever here we have assumed that a and b are the two distinct greatest element of a poset, but by solving we will get a is nothing but b. So if the greatest element will be exist, then it must be unique. So whenever there is a finite partially ordered set, then it has at most one greatest element. Similarly, we can prove for our least element. If so, we have assumed that a1 and b1 be any two least element of the poset, and whenever we will assume that a1 is a least element, then it succeeds all the other. A1 must be precedes this b1 whenever a1 is a least element, and whenever b1 is a least element, then b1 again precedes a1. Then again by antisymmetric property, a1 is equal to b1. So again the least element is unique if it is exists. So whenever there is a partially ordered set, then it has at most one least element, and hence the okay. Kunal, kahin doubt hai result mein?
No, sir.
Okay. Let us take one example. Consider the poset. Consider the poset A with elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, 36. And the relation defined on that poset will be division, and find the greatest lower bound and least upper bound of the sets 6, 18 and 4, 6, 9. Okay, so here we have given a poset and there are two subsets B and C of this poset, and we have to find out the greatest lower bound and least upper bound of these subsets. Okay, so let B is equal to 6, 18. Now, what are the upper bounds of this B? The relation will be divisibility. It means any element A which is belonging to capital A is said to be an upper bound of B if it is divisible by both 6 and 18. So what are the upper bonds of B?
18 and 36.
18 and 36 are the two upper bonds of B. But which one is least one?
$18.
Yes. So here 18 and 36 are the upper bonds of B, which implies the least upper bond of B is nothing but 18. What about the greatest lower bond? Lower bond is a member of A. So here we have to find out the elements in A which divides both 6 and 18. Whether one is the greatest lower bond. What are the common divisors of 6 and 18?
No, sir. 6.
1 or 6?
6.
6.
1 and 6 are the lower bonds of B, but greatest among them will be 6. Okay. Now, what about 4, 6, 9? Least upper bond of a set 4, 6, 9. Yes. What is the least upper bond and what is the greatest lower bond?
36.
4, 6, 9. What are the sorry, 36 will be a least upper bond, no?
Yes, sir.
What about 18? Whether 18 is the least upper bond?
No, sir. 4 does not divide 18.
4 does not divide 18. So it will be 36. What about greatest lower bond? Here we have to find out the common divisor of 4, 6 and 9. First we have to find out the common divisors and then we have to choose the greatest among them. Whether there is any common divisor other than 1.
No, sir.
So 1 will be a greatest lower bond. So here there is a shortcut. If suppose there is a set, finite ordered set, and the relation will be divisibility, then the least upper bond is nothing but the LCM of that element, and greatest lower bond is nothing but the GCD of this element. Okay. Whenever the relation will be divisibility and the set will be any finite ordered set, then least upper bond is nothing but the LCM of that element, and greatest lower bond is nothing but the GCD of that element. See here. The least upper bond of 6 and 18. What should be the LCM of 6 and 18?
18.
18. And that one is nothing but the least upper bond. And what is the greatest common divisor of 6 and 18? Which is 6. So this one is the greatest lower bond. Again, the least common multiple of 4, 6 and 9 is nothing but the 36. And GCD of these three elements is nothing but 1. So whenever there is a relation which is a divisibility, then the least upper bond is nothing but the LCM and the greatest lower bond is nothing but the GCD. Okay. So least upper bond of any two element AB is nothing but LCM of AB, and greatest lower bond of any two element AB is nothing but GCD of AB. Okay. Now, in the poset P shown in figure A, find upper and lower bond for the sets A having elements 2, 3 and B having elements of 4 and 6. Here we have to find out the upper and lower bonds by examining our Hasse diagram, that is here 1, 2, 3, 6 This is 2, 3, and 6. These 2 and 3 are comparable. 3 is comparable with 6. 6 is again comparable with 1. Here somewhere is element 5. Here there is an element which is 4. Seven, and here somewhere is an element 8, and that 8 is again related with 6. Okay, so this will be a poset. Here there is an element 8. Okay, now we have to find out the upper and lower bound of these sets. A equal to 2, 3 and B equal to 4, 6. First, A is an element. A is a set having elements are 2, 3. Now, tell me the upper bounds of this set. This A must be a subset of our poset, this poset. So what are the upper bounds of elements 2 and 3? Upper bound means succeeds other element, that is the elements of A. Those elements in posets are said to be an upper bound of A, which succeeds the elements of A. So from Hasse diagram, which elements are succeeds 2 and 3? Poset time as
4, 5, 7, 8.
4, 5, 7 and 8. So 4, 5, 7 and 8 are the upper bounds of A. Okay, which one is least one? यामध्ये लिस्ट अप्पर बॉन्ड कोणता आहे? अपर बॉन्ड ठीक आहे, पण लिस्ट कोणता आहे? का लिस्ट एक्झिट होत नाही?
This does not exist, sir.
Why?
4 and 5 are at the same level.
Yes, here there are 2 elements 4 and 5 which are not comparable, and we know that if list upper bound exists, then it is comparable with all the other elements. So here as 4 and 5 are at the same level, then there is no comparison in between these 2 upper bonds. Since any upper bond is said to be a list upper bond, first one it is upper bond, and if A and A dash be any 2 upper bonds, then A is said to be an list upper bond whenever A precedes this A dash for any upper bond A dash of this set. But here, as there is no comparison in between 4 and 5, then we can't say whether A precedes A dash is, that is 4 precedes 5 or 5 precedes 4. So it has no list upper bond. What about lower bond? What is lower bond of this?
One.
Yes. Okay, similarly one. Second one, 4 and 6. BBS set having elements are 4 and 6. Yes. What are the upper bonds for this set?
7, 8.
Either 7 will be upper bond. If 7 is an upper bond, then there is a relation in between 7 and 6. Whether there is any relation in between 7 and 6.
No, sir. Only 8.
यावेळी तुम्ही जाऊ शकत नाही 6 to 3, 3 to 5. Since 3 and 5 are at the same level. Okay. So there is no comparison in between 7 and 6. So there is only one upper bond, which is nothing but 8. And as there is only one upper bond, so this one is the least. So the least upper bond of, let's say, B is nothing but 8. Okay, so in this way we can find out. Now, last example, consider capital A be a set which contains all the real numbers x such that one is less than x and which is less than with less equal relation. Less equal as the partial order. Okay. And now we have to find all the upper and lower bounds of set A, upper and lower bounds of set capital A, and in second one we have to find out the greatest lower bound and least upper bound of set A. Okay, so here capital A be a set having elements are, it contains all the real numbers x which are in between 1 to 2, and we have to find out the upper and lower bounds of A. What are the upper and lower bounds of set A? This will be a real line. This will be a real line. Somewhere here is 1 and here is 2, and in between these, this will be a set A, and we have to find out the upper and lower bounds of A. So what are the upper bounds of A?
2 to infinity.
Yes. So upper bounds of A are, upper bounds of capital A are all the elements which are greater or equal by 2. ठीक है क्या?
Yes, sir.
And lower bounds of A. What are the lower bounds of A? A are
less than.
all the real numbers which are less equal by 1.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here we get upper bound and lower bound. Now in second one we have to find out the least upper bound. So what is the least upper bound of capital A?
2.
Which is 2, and greatest lower bound
1.
is nothing but 1. Okay, so in this way we can find out the least upper bound and greatest lower bound from the set, Hasse diagram, set, whatever. Yes, Kunal का ही doubt अच्छे lecture.
No, sir.